Hello, this is Mark. This is part of a series I've made called Sleep with Mark. If you ever want more, you can just search for that name and you'll find the rest waiting. Somewhere in the soft light of evening, a path may begin to take shape, emerging in the space between one moment and the next. It could appear as a trail of worn earth, or perhaps a winding ribbon of leaves, curving in a way that feels easy to follow. You might notice how the air here carries a quieter sound. The faint rustle of grass, or the distant sigh of branches. The sky may seem brushed with colours that change as you watch. Gold fading toward amber, amber deepening towards a tender blue. Beneath your feet, there might be a sense of welcome in the ground itself, as though each step is met with a gentle agreement for you to continue. In the distance, shapes may begin to form in your awareness. Soft outlines at first, as if waiting for you to draw closer, and as you do, you may sense the land leaning towards you, like an old friend recognizing your arrival. You can allow your pace to find its own natural flow, noticing each step in front of you. The scents here might mingle, earth warmed by the day, a hint of something green, the coolness that comes as evening begins to gather. Somewhere, perhaps, a thread of bird song could rise into the air, woven with the softer tones of the world preparing for night. And as you follow the curve ahead, the path may open into a space that feels wider, and the edges softened by tall grasses swaying in an easy motion. You might sense that this place is glad for your presence. And that your arrival completes some quiet picture here. Far ahead, beyond the gentle sway of those grasses, and the darker green of a forest may be waiting. The light above might catch on the first leaves you see, each one holding a fragment of the day's last glow. perhaps the forest seems to breathe in its own slow way, and with each breath you take, you may feel more in tune with its pace. Somewhere just ahead, a story could be waiting to find you, and you might already sense that it's beginning, or that it's quietly begun. And the path ahead may take shape now, gently curving into an archway of green that welcomes you forward. Perhaps you can notice how the air feels different here. A freshness carrying the scent of leaves, cool and light against your skin, as though the space itself is inviting deeper, calm breaths from you. Around you, tall shapes may seem to reach upward, their trunks patterned by time, their branches moving in quiet conversation with the breeze. Here and there, slender threads of sunlight might weave through the canopy, painting moving touches of gold upon moss, or tracing the curve of a smooth stone resting among roots. And you might sense how the forest arranges itself with care. Each leaf, each tone of green, each sound blending into a living whole. Somewhere nearby, a bird's call may rise into the air, soft, lilting, and in the space between those notes, the hush of leaves may offer its own gentle response. And you can breathe with that response if you wish, allowing it to flow through you in the way that a quiet stream flows between its banks. Beneath you, the ground might meet each step in a steady, natural way, as though unseen roots and soil are glad for your presence here. Through a frame of swaying branches ahead, two shapes may gradually reveal themselves. One, broad and grounded, the oak. The other, tall and slender, leaning easily into the movement of the breeze. Bamboo, different in form, yet sharing the same light and the same space, the same quiet air. You might pause here for a while, simply sensing the way they hold their places together. Oak with its steady upward presence. Bamboo with its flowing sway. And there may be a feeling of being welcomed into their company, as if your being here is part of what this clearing knows. Above, the sky may stretch wide and open, clouds gently shifting, and somewhere beyond the far edges of the clearing, you may sense a subtle change, a shift in light, a stirring in the air, something quietly moving toward this place. For now, you are here among oak and bamboo, in the stillness that lives between them, in the stillness of the clearing. Something in the air may begin to shift. It might be the way the leaves turn their faces, catching a breeze that carries the scent of rain. Far above, you could notice clouds gathering slowly in a way that feels measured, as though they know exactly where they wish to be. The light may soften here, taking on a silvery tone that seems to wrap itself around oak, around bamboo, around you. Somewhere at the edge of hearing, a roll of sound might stretch across the sky, low, steady, and long, as if the air itself is speaking in a deeper voice. And you may feel the forest leaning into that sound. Branches adjusting, roots settling, everything finding its place. A few drops could begin to find their way down, cool beads touching leaves, and then sliding into the soil below. Oak may seem to stand taller in this moment, its branches spreading wide, meeting the breeze with a steady strength. Bamboo might sway more freely, its long, supple stems moving with the wind, as if joining in a quiet dance. And you might sense the difference between them. Oak holding firm, bamboo moving with ease, and both entirely at home in this change. brighter flash could touch the far horizon, softened by the mist between here and there. The air may carry that rich scent that comes only when the sky and earth greet each other with rain. And you might let that scent fill your awareness, feeling it connect you more deeply with this place. Around you, the forest could hum with a quiet energy, not rushed, not urgent, just the natural response to a sky that speaks in rain and wind. Somewhere inside, you may notice a reflection of that same readiness, a way your own self can meet change, whether by standing steady like oak, or moving fluidly like bamboo, or finding a way that's entirely your own. The rain might begin to thread itself more thickly through the air, each drop adding its note to the soft percussion of leaves. And within that music, a calm could continue to grow, deep and steady, as the storm begins to surround this place. The sky may deepen now, folding itself into shades of blue and grey, each one flowing into the next. Raindrops could fall more freely, tapping a gentle pattern on leaves and branches, joining the soft rush of water finding its path to the ground. You might notice how every sound seems to weave together. The wind through the high canopy, the rhythm of rain on oak's broad leaves, the lighter, quicker notes along bamboo's slender stems. Oak may seem like a guardian here, its trunk rooted in a way that feels timeless, each branch steady, meeting the weather with a kind of grounded pace. And bamboo could sway and bend, each movement fluid, its leaves whispering a softer song, a song that still belongs with the storm's greater music. The air might feel rich now, cool, full, and alive, as if the forest itself is drinking deeply. You may sense the way that every plant, every root, every leaf is part of this exchange between sky and earth. The light could flicker in the distance, Each inhale steady, each exhale a quiet release into the air around you. And the ground beneath your feet may seem to soften. The scent of wet earth rising as rain seeps deeper into its layers. Somewhere nearby, a small stream might awaken, its trickle lifting into a brighter, more playful flow, and through all of it, oak and bamboo remain, each embodying their way of being in the world. Oak's strength feels unwavering, a reminder of how deeply you can root yourself when needed. Bamboo's motion can feel effortless, a reminder of how gently you can adapt when the moment calls for it. Both are thriving here, not in spite of the storm, but with it, as though this was always part of their story, and you might sense that same truth in yourself. The way steadiness and flexibility can live together, offering balance through every change. The rain could soften again at its own pace, and the drops smaller, the air lighter as the clouds begin to shift above, and in that easing, a new kind of stillness might emerge, one that holds the memory of the storm and the quiet that follows it. The rain may begin to ease now, its song softening into finer notes, as though the sky is resting after a long conversation. Drops could linger on every leaf, catching glimmers of pale light and glimmers that return gently through the clearing, and you might notice the air can feel fresher, each breath carrying a cool, quiet fullness, as if the forest has been washed into a deeper kind of clarity. Oak may stand here, with leaves glistening, its trunk darkened with the gift of rain, roots drawn more deeply into the softened earth. Bamboo could sway with a slower movement, its leaves shedding the tiny last beads of water, each one falling like a small farewell from the storm, and the ground might carry a new scent now, a rich, earthy presence that feels grounding beneath your feet. You may sense small sounds beginning to return, soft call of a bird in the distance, and the gentle tapping of a drop finding its way from branch to branch, and the almost secret whisper of water joining the stream. And you can let those sounds settle into you, each one becoming part of the stillness that follows change. And the clearing itself may seem to breathe again, its colours richer, edges softened by the fine mist that lingers in the air. Perhaps you notice how oak seems unchanged yet renewed, still rooted, still strong, yet carrying the freshness of the rain within every leaf, and how bamboo feels just as alive, still supple, still light, and yet carrying the memory of moving with the wind. Both are as they were, and yet something in them feels deeper now. You might sense that same depth in yourself, the way an experience can settle into your being, leaving you steady and ready for whatever comes next. The last clouds may drift slowly across the sky, their edges thinning into brightness. Sunlight could spill in gentle streams through the canopy, touching leaves, warming the bark, spreading a golden glow across the clearing. And you may feel that warmth touch you too, a soft reminder that the storm has passed, and in this place holds a calm that welcomes you back. Somewhere within, you might already be leaning into that calm, ready for the quiet journey into deeper rest. The light could rest easily across the clearing now, sliding over bark and leaf and settling into that quiet space between the two friends. Oak may stand steady, its branches lifting wide into the sky, roots deep in the softened earth. Bamboo might lean slightly toward oak, its stems still swaying in the gentlest breeze, as if carrying the last echoes of the storm's song. And in this stillness, a kind of conversation begins, not with words in the air, but with a shared presence that has its own way of speaking. Oak may offer the feeling of deep roots, of holding holding firm through every season, drawing strength from the ground beneath. Bamboo could offer the sense of flowing with each moment, of moving with the wind, so the wind becomes part of the dance. And you might feel these two ways of being meeting within you, like streams that join to form a wider river. The oak's way carries the gift of patience, of staying grounded in what matters most, of allowing time to do its work. The bamboo's way carries the gift of ease, of finding harmony with whatever arrives, letting each moment pass through gently. And as you listen to the space between them, you may sense that both are wise. Neither is better, neither is less. Each completes the other. Oak might look at bamboo and think, your movement is beautiful. Bamboo might look at oak and think, your stillness is strong. And the forest seems to hold them both as part of the same living truth, that strength can stand firm and strength can bend, and both ways can thrive together. You may notice how your own mind can do this too, rooting itself in what's steady and flowing easily through what changes. The conversation drifts on, wordless and full, until the sunlight shifts again and the breeze carries a softer, cooler touch. And perhaps you feel now, within your own breath, within your own quiet, the meeting place of stillness and movement, where thoughts can settle and peace can spread into every part of you. In this way, the forest teaches without telling, and the lesson can stay with you in a way that feels natural for you. Oak and bamboo remain together in the clearing, companions in every season, reminding all who pass that balance is a living thing. The sun may begin leaning towards the horizon now, its light melting into shades of amber rose that spill gently across the clearing. Shadows could grow longer, stretching in graceful lines along the moss and roots. And you might notice how the air itself feels warmer in colour. Bamboo may sway just a little slower, its leaves catching the last glimmers of daylight, while oak stands in a kind of evening glow, every branch touched by soft gold, and you can feel the clearing deepening into colour as though the forest is exhaling after a full and living day. A gentle hum of evening sounds might rise, the low murmur of the stream, the faint rustle of a bird settling into its nest, the almost silent step of some small creature finding its place for the night. And as the light fades, colours may begin to soften, greens deepening, browns becoming richer, the sky overhead shifting towards velvet tones, and you might sense your own breath following that same gentle fading, becoming slower, fuller, as your body leans into the quiet somewhere above, and the first star may appear, shining with a pale, steady presence against the dimming blue. Who could seem to stand taller in this half-light, as though night gives it a new kind of dignity. Bamboo might look almost silver now, its slender forms shimmering in the cool air. You may notice how both stand in harmony with the evening, neither reaching for the day that's passing, nor leaning too quickly toward the night ahead. Simply existing in this moment between, and perhaps you feel that same space opening within you, in the place between thought and dream, between movement and stillness, where you can rest without needing to name the rest. And you may allow your mind to lean into that space, as though each breath carries you a little further towards comfort, and the sounds can grow softer still, as if the forest is tucking itself in, and the clearing begins to glow with that gentle, dusky magic that arrives only once each day. Oak and bamboo remain silent, present companions to the twilight, and somewhere deep inside you might feel ready now to drift into deeper calm. The sky may have now gathered its deeper colours, folding itself into the quiet mystery of night. Stars could be scattered above like gentle lanterns, each holding a soft glow that feels both close and endless. The clearing rests in this starlight, a space where time feels unmeasured and everything just belongs. Oak might seem almost carved from the darkness itself, its wide arms holding the night in a steady embrace. Bamboo may glimmer faintly, silvered by moonlight that has begun its quiet climb. drifting over each sound, each shape, without needing to linger anywhere in particular, somewhere far off, and the stream still moves, its sound now lower, like a whisper meant only for those already at rest. And you might feel the air on your skin, cool and gentle, wrapping you in the same stillness that holds the clearing. And as you rest here, you may sense how oak and bamboo have always known how to be in the night, trusting the darkness to hold them, trusting the morning to return. And you can feel that same trust begin to settle in you, like roots finding the softest soil, like leaves finding their perfect place in the breeze. And your breath might move in its own quiet arc now, slow and complete, matching the natural ease of this place. Each exhale could feel like a gentle step deeper into comfort, each inhale like the forest drawing you closer, and the stars overhead keep their watch while the moon can drift a little higher, pouring silver across the edges of leaf and branch, and even the shadows can seem softer here, folded into the night's fabric, so everything feels whole. And you may allow your mind to drift like this too, floating in a way that just feels carried. And the story between oak and bamboo continues here in silence, and their presence a quiet reminder that strength can be both steady and yielding, and peace can be both still and moving. And the clearing holds you within that same understanding until thought itself can become another part of the forest, gentle, paced, and ready to rest. And from here, you may simply keep drifting into whatever dream space calls you next, letting night weave its calm around you until all that remains is comfort.